In last session, we have discussed about the production of petroleum. That is, how to take out the petroleum from the underground deposit. The machine used for drilling oil well is known as drilling rig. It has four main parts: derrick, drilling stem, mud circulation system, rotary table. These are the four main parts of the drilling rig. Derrick is actually a tall steel structure which is used to casting, that is raising and lowering of drill column. Mud circulation system is one of the most important factor that is actually required for drilling the oil well without any difficulties and accidents. The mud actually drilling fluid is a colloidal suspension which actually used as the four functions, that is to cool the drill bit, to flush out the bit cuttings, to support the bore valve by hydraulic pressure, and to seal the pores and cracks of the bore valve, and to avoid or prevent the entrance of the extraneous liquids into oil well. Usually the diameter of the bore is around 20 to 30 centimeter, and the depth of the oil well may vary from 1.5 to 4.5 kilometers. Even deeper wells also been drilled. The oil is normally under pressure in the oil wells because of the underlying the brine solution or the body of compressed and natural gas which is lying above that. It actually usually the oil is under pressure which can be taken out to the surface by suspending a tubing right from the bore head to up to the oil bearing rock, and because of the underlying brine pressure the oil actually flows upward through the tube which is suspended to the earth surface, that is by natural flow. If the pressure is less, it falls on the production, then the pumping devices may be used to take out the liquid petroleum to the earth surface. The total production from all wells is actually sent to a gathering station meant for production from the oil wells of that oil field, where the suspended impurities are separated by settling or by centrifugation, and gases are separated, and then the crude oil is then sent to refineries. This is what we have studied in the last session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the transportation and storage of petroleum. Pipeline is used for the transportation of large tonnage of petroleum and natural gas. The place near the oil well consists of trunk lines, branch lines, and pumping station, forming a complicated transportation system. The pipeline is the only economical method of transporting natural gas and oil. At regular intervals, pressure boosting stations are actually located using small amount of the gas to dry engines connected to the compressor. Tank ships are the water pipelines that connects remote oil fields with refineries and the markets. An efficient and cheap means of bulk transportation of petroleum and its products, particularly over a long distance. They are cheaper than the pipeline on land. The refined products of petroleum industry are transported by a special line and by thousands of tank cars, motor tanks, trucks and containers. Storage of petroleum. Huge steel or concrete reservoirs holding large quantities of oil are employed in the storage of petroleum and its products. Liquid fuel oils of low flash point, for example gasoline, are stored in tanks fitted with roof which floats on the surface of the liquid. The floating roof actually eliminates any airspace above the fuels and reduces the fire hazards and evaporation losses. The storage tanks are in the filling stations, are usually seated below the ground level. All installations handling low flash point liquids have to meet various prescribed requirements. Liquid oils with flash point well above the room temperature, for example kerosene, diesel fuels, fuel oils, are stored in tanks provided with fixed conical shaped roofs. Heating coils are fitted to the storage tanks of the heavier grade of fuel oils to maintain them in an easily pumpable conditions. All fuel oils containing water which settle at the bottom of the tank and should be removed through drain cocks. Then we'll discuss the composition of the petroleum. You know that petroleum is made of thousands of different chemical substances, including gases, liquids, and solids, ranging from methane to asphalt. The composition of the crude depends not only much on the origin of the crude formation, but certainly the changes with time of formation, storage, and different stages through which it has been migrated. It is a homogeneous mixture of various hydrocarbons, saturated and ring structures. The average ultimate composition of petroleum is carbon of 84 to 86% and hydrogen 11 to 14%. The other major elements of importance are sulfur, oxygen, and nitrogen. These elements in hydrocarbons are usually treated as impurities because of their inherent properties like odor, color, corrosiveness, etc. And these elements do not exceed 5% on an average. Aliphatic or open chain hydrocarbons or alkanes. The general formula of paraffins is the CnH2n plus 2. The first of these compounds are gases. First three of these compounds are gases up to C16. There is hydrocarbon which are having the carbon atom of 16 are liquids, and beyond that they are assumed semi-solids. Well beyond C30 are solids, sometimes even crystalline form. This series comprise a large fraction of most of the crude than any other. Straight run gasolines are predominantly contains N-paraffins. The boiling point of paraffin varies according to the molecular weight. These are not interactive with sulfuric acid or other oxidizing agent. Specific gravity of these products is low, whereas the viscosity is high. Isoparaffins or alkanes, the second composition. These have general formula of CnH2n plus 2, but these are branch chain materials which perform better in IC engines than N paraffins, and hence they are more desirable. They are formed by catalytic reforming, isomerization, etc. These exist in petroleum in small amount in crudes. The third composition is olefins or alkenes. The formula is CnH2n. These are generally absent in crudes, but refinery processes such as cracking produce them. These are unstable molecules, improves anti-knocking property of gasoline out to the extent of isoparaffins. The first four members are gases, up to C15 are liquids, and beyond C15 they are solids. They oxidize and polymerize on storage, which is undesirable. These are used in the manufacture of thousands of chemicals. Cracked gasoline contain many higher members of these series. The fourth classification is ring compounds, naphthenes or cycloalkenes, CnH2n. These are not confused with naphthalene as the same chemical formula as olefin but lacks instability and reaction. These compounds are second most abundantly available in most of the crudes. The lower members of these group are good fuels, and higher molecular weight compounds are present in the gas oil and lube oil separated from all types of crudes. And last variety or composition is aromatics CnH2n minus 6. The chemical formula is that this occurs in small amount in most of common crudes, but they are desirable in gasoline since they have high anti-knocking value, good storage stability, can be used as fuel. The first and smallest of the aromatics is benzene. The others are toluene, xylene, cumene, etc. Aromatics have high octane number, high viscosity. Crudes also contains elements like sulfur, nitrogen, and oxygen in the form of derivatives of hydrocarbons. For example, aliphatic mercaptans, disulfides, aromatics, sulfides, fatty acids, naphthenic acid, phenols, complex asphaltenes, and resins. So these are the various different composition of the crude petroleum. Next, we will see the MCQs, multiple choice questions. Bulk of the petroleum and its products are transported over a long distance from the remote oil fields. Dash. Pipelines, B. Tank cars, C. Tank ships. D. Motor tank trucks. Remote oil field in the market supply ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. Second question. Low flash point liquid fuels are stored in tanks fitted with dash roofs. Options are flat roof, B floating roof, C conical, and D none of these. The right answer is answer B, that is floating roofs. Question number 3. Heating coils are fitted with tanks used for storage of dash light oils, B diesel fuels, C low viscous oils, D high grade oils. Heating coils are fitted to the tanks used for the storage of option D, that is high grade oils, high viscous oils. Question number 4. Petroleum contains carbon in the range of dash. Option 78 to 82%. Option B 84 to 86%. Option C 85 to 88%. Option D 86 to 89%. Petroleum contains carbon in the range of 84 to 86%. Option B is the right answer. Question number 5. The hydrocarbons that perform better in IC engine are dash. Options are A paraffins, B isoparaffins, C olefins, D naphthalenes. Option B is the right answer. That is isoparaffins. They perform better in the internal combustion engines. Thank you.